So today's dive is Brighton Pier. This is an interesting one. So it's a really super easy dive. It's really shallow most of the way, but there's quite a lot of interesting stuff here. Regularly see bobtail squid. So yeah, there is a bit of history to this place. So the original Brighton sea baths at South Road were built in 1861. So that one got wrecked in a big storm. The whole thing got destroyed, and kind of luckily for us, they dragged all of the bits and pieces from that and they put it all out a bit further out, and it makes a really cool little dive site to check out. So I'll head down there next time with Boops and we'll definitely check it out. It's a really good spot for some diving. After that sea baths got wrecked, however, they built a new sea baths. This sea baths here at Middle Brighton was built in 1881. Yeah, so unfortunately the Brighton sea baths was damaged by a big storm in 1934, and the wreckage had to be all cleaned up and then they rebuilt it. So this one's actually a more modern one than what was originally there. But yeah, still a pretty cool little historic site, and they've got a nice little cafe here if you want to grab a coffee after you dive. I'd do it. Yeah, it's a nice easy dive. You pretty much head out along under the pier and turn left when you hit the rocks. And when you go left, there's lots of big boulders that they've put in for the marina. Really cool. A great, fantastic home for lots of little sea creatures, lots of small fish, bigger fish. Quite often you'll also see like sand crabs and that sort of stuff on the bottom too. So hopefully we'll have a great dive. Yeah, so tonight unfortunately no Boops. He's got all of his gear in for service. Next time we'll definitely get him out. I'm keen to get out here and do another one to scout out the area a bit, I think. So in terms of diving here, usually pretty easy. You want to look for times where there's low wind. That breakwater, because it's such a big barrier, it causes lots of waves. So you really want low wind, otherwise you're going to get pushed around all over the place on the edge of that breakwater. You might be able to potentially go on a northerly wind. So in the north side of the bay, like here, you're going to get cloudiness if you have lots of wind going on for the last few days. So you want to make sure that you get quite a few days where it's been light wind. Right up here, it's very, very susceptible to rains. So if there's been any rain, I wouldn't even bother coming here. It's really shallow, so 2 meters pretty much the whole way out, which is really good. You can have a nice long dive. It also would probably make a great sort of snorkeling spot if you wanted to head out and do a bit of snorkeling around, check out a few bits and pieces. And it's obviously very easy to get to. One big benefit of this site is there's a toilet when you just jump out of the water. So you can park nice and close. We did get very lucky tonight. I'm pretty sure that was a blue ring octopus. We'll have to check it out. There were quite a few sleepy stingrays. That was awesome to check out. Didn't manage to find any crabs tonight, but usually there's a few big ones. When I was looking at the pictures from above, you could see there was like obviously some kind of a reefy, seagrassy area. Keen to check that out probably next time during a day dive. This dive is amazing to go on a night dive though. As I said, bobtail squids almost every time. So definitely check it out if you're in the mood for an after work dive. Why not? Yeah, so this is pretty much the middle of winter and July. So I think a lot of people end up sort of going, well, winter diving, why would you do it? Usually there's a pretty good reason to go. So usually there's a lot of clarity in the water. You don't get as many strong southerly winds that generate a lot of swell which stirs up the bottom. A lot of people say, look, you know, I don't want to go out and get cold. I think the solution to that is just having the right gear. So I think there's a few really good options that you can do. So obviously wetsuits, you've got quite a few different options. You're not going to go out in like a 5mm wetsuit at this time of year. You really have to have at least a 7mm wetsuit, and probably some underlayers. Probably the next thing to consider is something like the semi-dry, and then put maybe a layer underneath it. I find I get cold feet, so I put double socks on. So I've got 2 lots of 3mm socks, and obviously the boots on top of that. You can get some thick gloves, which will help a little bit. You do lose a bit of dexterity with that as well, but you know, it depends. If cold hands worry you, then that's probably the way to go. The next step, you can get yourself a dry suit, and apparently dry suits keep you significantly warmer. Yet to find out. Mine is in the mail. Hopefully we'll be here in a couple of weeks. Yeah, definitely next up is the Mornington trip. I reckon it's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll maybe get another friend or 2 along, and it should be pretty cool. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, and hope to see you guys again. It's been fun to do all these little videos of the dive sites. Hopefully we can share with you a few little places you didn't know you could go to.